Good day to you. Thomas Leroy here. But then, who else could it be, right? Which brings me to my first impromptu subject, the discovery of who you are and what you be. And, all that meditation thing where you keep trying to observe and see who the observer is. And, well, I always think I mean, there's also very many different observers. There's me, but then there's all these others, you know, that we seem to see and connect with, and that changes, depending on well, I don't know exactly what it all depends on, but just depending on the connection. Mm. Um, well, good day to you. Good happy Saturday to you. Good Sabbath to you, if you call this the Sabbath, which it is the seventh day, isn't it? Um, I might need to relearn how to sing. I don't know with the way this voice has gone. But it's changed back and forth so darn many times. Oh, it's amazing to me that I can carry a tune in a bucket at this point. Um, but still, even though I find myself a lot of times like, well, whose voice is this, and where am I supposed to start? What key am I in? As if I know anything technical, and but yet still I'll do it anyway. It looks like if there's a compulsion, probably it's to singing. And also, I've noticed myself doing nice things for some of these people around here, and it reminded me of people trying to convince me that you're not going to win these people over. You're not going to. They're never going to. And I'm like, finally, I figured out what they were talking about, but what they didn't realize was that as a part of me and my nature, I have a probably. I'm just guessing this. I'm not going to say it's for sure, but probably a need of some sort to be able to be sunny, to be nice, cordial, maybe even charitable in some fashion, simply because of who I am, what I am, how I was made, what I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to operate. Um, and so without that, it is probably, and since there's been so very little opportunity for doing anything meaningful along those lines, because I mean, while there might be a desire inside to be helpful, it's to be helpful to people that are worth helping, rather than saying I'm going to go give blood, and then find out that whenever you give a pint, they say give us all the rest of your blood because we want it. Oh no, I don't want to donate blood to you because you're vampires. You're not. No. Um, I think the mood is improving, and I know my attitude and or perception. Well, just a whole lot of things seem to be improving. My outlook. Um, for example, I'm beginning to believe, some of the things I'm hearing because some of the things I've heard I believe now, and they came true. So there you go. Um, how it can be accomplished? Well, I know it can be accomplished pretty quickly, very quickly, as a matter of fact. And I know it can be accomplished easily, as a matter of fact. And it's just a question of whether or not the system is in play, whether it's all geared up and green lights pop up and all doors open and you go zoom. And what I was listening to the other day was like, it's going to be fast and all this. And I know we're getting faster, and that's good. The They almost made it sound like, and you're going to be like a flash in the pan. I don't know. All I know is that we are going up, and that's the best route for us because this other thing wasn't working at all. Just was not working at all. And how can it work whenever you don't know what's involved and how you got involved and why people are saying that they have these agreements with you when you don't? and you never have, and you don't even see these people or talk to them. And what is it? What kind of con game is the darkness up to now? No. Well, again, we're the winners, so it doesn't matter if you come into competition. Listen, heaven makes it impossible for anything or anyone of the darkness to have any control over us. Okay? So they can't put us in competitions of any sort. They can't put us into anything, as a matter of fact. And even if they did, let me put it to you like this: those competitors are considered enemies and they are doomed to lose, doomed to be defeated. There's no choice in it. They would just be automatically defeated and they would lose. Ergo, no, they would. I would get taller and they would get shorter. It wouldn't be the other way around. That's just the way that is. And if you do have our height, understand that the doom that is falling upon your life and the fact that your happiness is leaving you um, is just something that is going to, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that you're going to get to experience until that height comes back to us. But it'll be a journey for you, I'm sure. And but happy days, man. Happy days. The sky is going to end up clear blue here in a little bit, I'm real sure. We've got some silver out there now, and that's all fine and good. I the short amount of time I was out yesterday, and then there's been a couple times recently where I've had this feeling that there's someone who wants to meet us, but I don't know who it is, and I'm not exactly sure who I would be looking for. Although there is a couple, that if I were to recognize them, see, that's the thing. Can you imagine recognizing someone that it's not supposed to be around where you're at, right? And wouldn't you be like, what if it was somebody, a celebrity or something? Wouldn't you, how would you do it? Would you be just like, hey, dude, or chick, babe, what? Or would you be like sort of shocked, throwing off your game, off kilter, off balance? Would it take a minute? Would you be able to say, hey, I know who you are? Or would you be like, well, I've gotten used to lots of different people coming to me saying they're this person or that person whenever I know that they're really someone else. So it's either A, they have their disguise on, you know, like so many times depicted, in the masquerade. Either that or they're a fake. There's someone who's pretending to be something like that, close to that. So you'd think of them as that. Goodness gracious. Would you be alienated in such a world? I'm seeing better. I still haven't figured out why I'm seeing halos around all bright lights, like street lights and stuff. It depends on how dark the the area is, but I mean, like, if you're in a dark room and you have a little LED light across the room, I'll see the halo around those things. And depending on what kind of light it is, like, let's say if it's a high pressure sodium light, or if it's one of these daylight lights that people put out on the front of their driveways or something, I can see the spectrum in it. I can see that it's weighted to blue or weighted towards red. But there is that almost there's this big space in between the halo and the light that's sort of almost invisible until I take my glasses off, and then, like in the blue spectrum, it really fills in with the blue. And but like if I was looking at a high pressure sodium light, it's still, you can't really see it. There's a lot of light in there that you can't see. I had a couple people trying to follow yesterday to get close and such. And I see setups here and there sometimes where, there are people who their goal is to get close, um, and be there whenever I'm there, to be close. And but then there's also those who would like to meet, I'm pretty sure. But it's the saddest thing. I guess, that is one way that you can become quite isolated, I suppose, is to become a celebrity. Because, I mean, if you're one of these people that, everyone has seen that face, 100 times, where can you go without, you know, people going, hey, it's you? What kind of life would you have? What kind of social life would you have? I bet you, well, you'd probably have a bigger social life than I've got, but then maybe not, since unless, someone clues you in on how to look at them, you know, unless I can look at, I mean, because otherwise I have to talk with them for a while. Now, it doesn't matter at all. If they're on the opposite side, if they're on the side of darkness, they are compelled to reveal themselves to me. They can't help it. They truly cannot help it. In their conversation, they will absolutely every time reveal themselves to me. And it can be as small as like avoiding a specific question. Of great discomfort in answering a specific question. But if we're in an honest exchange, we're standing there in a conversation of any sort, it's going to be a very short while before um, the red flags start popping up. Now it may be that I like the vibe coming off of them so much that I'm not wanting to believe, oh, it's them again. But yeah, I can we pick up on who is who very quickly once the conversation begins. Plus, also some of them you can just you can tell because they get triggered and they lose control. Um, and you can see the rage come up in them. Either that or they're putting on an act, but still, it is what it is. Um, but I'm looking forward to moving forward now. I have this mm, growing feeling, a growing willingness to move forward with different aspects. And it's like, and well, just yeah, it's a more positive. I don't know. It's a yeah. It's not such a neg. I don't like using the terms positive and negative. Um, but it's a more up type of thing. And do I want to be in endless adventures for all time? No, no. We were trying to get up to heaven. Remember, that was our goal, to get up high again, so that we're not susceptible to all this balderdash. How's that for another new word from the old times for you guys? I didn't. I thought about using malarkey, but I don't know how old such a word goes back. But I think I want to stop here for right now, and I wonder if I'll put this out there. I wonder if I'll just re-record over this, since it was just a meandering visit over coffee type of thing. But yeah, I'm feeling better, and the body is a little bit stronger, and that's encouraging. And so overall, like a sim, our fun levels are going up, which is allowing us to do this thing. And what I'm told is it doesn't matter if it happens tomorrow or next week or next month. It's still happening no matter what. It's absolutely guaranteed that the door opened and it shall not close. We're not going to be losing anything. What we have is what we have, and it doesn't go to anyone else but us. Any competition we're put into, well, they lose because they're not allowed to be putting me into a competition. My enemies have no say so over me. They can't put us into competitions and judge us. We're not to be judged by the damn darkness or anything like it. And we didn't pay for a dream, and we didn't pay for a game. We're not playing. We're not giving ourselves away, and we don't want to suffer for anything or anyone for any reason. And the only thing we're going to do is just win and win and win. And whatever we do is we're just going to be winners, winning at it, succeeding, while all of our enemies, that includes competitors, continue to be defeated and fail. The way it's supposed to be. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And God love you, and God keep you. And we'll talk to you real soon, guys.